Hello, I is back for part 2 of session 0 with my boy Jeffrey.
Finally.
I know, right?
It only took
Like what?
we don't talk about that, but
Was it like
we're here.
5 months since last season?
Nah.
I know. I've been busy, but we're back at it, getting our shit done and shit. You know, like we like to do. So go ahead,
Stay organized
Jeffrey.
for the people.
Yeah, so like I said, if you guys saw like the first part, this is more of a background segment. Session 0, introducing the character and getting to understand their motives and reasons for existing. And getting motives and reasons for existing. And the reason why I don't have my camera on is because I forgot to turn it on for the last one, so I'm gonna keep it that way for this one just because.
Gotta stay consistent.
Yeah, keep that consistency up. But for you guys, yeah, so Jeffrey, feel free to introduce your character.
Geez. My character is Zaloth. It is a iced tiefling, a little homebrew I just did to, make a tiefling a little different, fun. He's a warlock. I don't know what I'm gonna multi-class into. Shut up, Cedric.
If you do.
If I might. He's chaotic neutral mostly just because he lives in a very isolated lifestyle, surviving in the woods and kind of being secluded from uh, society as a whole.
All right. Well, without further ado, I guess we can get started. You know what I didn't check, or?
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter because you're talking anyway. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just didn't check if it was catching your voice.
Is it catching my voice?
Yeah. Otherwise, it'd be incredibly awkward for me to be sitting in silence.
All right, Jeffrey, explain your character.
And there you go. All right, so fucking jokes out the way. I guess we'll get started. So deep in the heart of the northern continent, there is this region of mountains called the Yeti Mountains. These mountains are normally,
Why are they called that?
because they're biggest mountains in the world, actually.
Not because they're infested with yetis.
Oh, of course not. Normally known for tales of big scary snow creatures. Somebody did manage to find a way to live there for the last 20 plus years in isolation, building up boredom, resentment for the world. Because for being a tiefling, having friends is kind of hard to do. Wouldn't you say, Zaloth?
Quite right.
I was just about to yell into the mic.
Shut up. I was trying to remember how I was gonna play his voice. Shut up.
Oh, okay. So, Zala, while you have built a decent, cozy cabin inside of a cave, you are noticing your firewood's getting a bit low, and you need to have light because, and you need to have light or a fire to cook your food.
When it gets dark, it gets cold. It's cold enough already.
All right.
Linkin Park music. Crawling in. All right, enough jokes. I'm all serious now. I'm sorry.
Yes, a serious emo tiefling. Yes, that's what we like to see. Stepping out of your cave to go gather some wood, you pick up your hatchet that you had buried behind a couple rocks, and you're starting to swing at a tree. You're hearing some noises in the distance, sounding like human noises, or maybe not human noises, but not necessarily creature noises either. Laughter, most like, chanting, most like, and it seems a bit too close to home for comfort. What are you gonna do with that information?
I'm going to try and stay a little more away from it and maybe chop down a smaller, less noticeable tree. You know, maybe a little closer to my cave, a little farther away from the noise, and just, you know, remember and be careful that there might be people lurking in the woods and,
All right,
you know, just be more alert.
and you do that. So you start hacking away at like some broken down trees, that some dead trees that might be in the area, and you've successfully gathered enough that I think you would say, all right, that's enough to last me tonight, at least.
Should be enough.
So you head into so you head back home. When you set up your fire and stuff in your cave, or in the cabin in your cave, because it's a beautiful cabin, it's a bit cozy. Living there for so long, you've learned how to modify, gotten pretty good at artisan's craft. My fault.
Hmm.
But the life does so. Actually, before I even get there, what are you doing? Like, got like a book, maybe going to sleep?
Mm, I mean, actually, now that you say it, speaking voice in my head, it would be nice to catch up on some reading. And I grab a book from my bookshelf. This one.
Tusk
Screw it.
Tusk Love 7.
Not Tusk Love. Something a little more serious.
Tusk Love is very serious. There are no
I don't
jokes
think
in Tusk Love.
I don't think Zaloth would be having Tusk Love. Let's be real.
No, I'm fucking around.
I just pick a random book and just sit by the fire, kindle it a little bit, and just get lost in reading.
Is it like a fantasy book, science book? What are you looking at?
Definitely. What am I looking at?
Like it's
Uh,
it's not Tusk Love, so no romance.
no romance, no
Yeah,
action.
yeah. Like you want some action? Maybe you
Thinking,
said serious, so no comedy either.
come on, I'm a serious man.
Maybe a mystery
I
detective.
I'm thinking a little more something like uh the Industrial Revolution and its consequences. I'm sorry. I'll stop. I
Industrial
promise I'll stop.
Revolution and its consequences. So more,
I,
so more like, um,
I love. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
so more like the Goliath Revolution.
Mm, that's good.
Yes, yes. As you're reading about the Goliath Revolution, uh, mm, this is more of an historical documented and written by a scholar by the name of Cersei
Uh,
Jones, who doesn't really have any kind of records that you know of beforehand, but seems to be able to tell this story very entertainingly, almost as if it was meant, almost as if it was meant to be targeted towards the ADHDers of the world, for lack of better words. No, sorry, brain rots of the world.
hmm.
Yes,
Gen Zers,
yes, the Zoomers.
not the Zoomer. Well, can never know how accurate these actually are whenever they exaggerate them for entertainment.
I,
The, the validity of some things may be off.
hey, roll a d20 for me.
Of course I would.
Appreciate
Just,
the love.
you love Cedric. I rolled off an 18. Yeah, 4.
A 4.
That stinks.
All right,
I
so
love Cedric and his random d20s.
oh yeah, of course. So your night goes on like every other night, quiet, boring, and free. But for you, cozy.
Roll another one.
Pull another one. That's cute.
That's funny.
Yeah,
Not that random.
come on. And you end up going on with your night. You turn out a couple candles. You start turning in for the night. After reading for who knows how long. How much of the book would you say you read?
Depends. How long would you say the book is?
Eh, well, it's a story about a war and its history, so I'd say fat as fuck.
Well, how many pages? Like 5, 6, maybe 700? Harry Potter levels?
Yeah, maybe somewhere.
Hmm.
I don't know how big is a
Depends.
school textbook.
I don't know. It depends. What time did I go out to gather firewood, Mr. DM? Make your life hell now.
The sun was setting. The sun was setting then.
So the sun's setting. Say maybe like 8, 7 at the earliest, maybe 9 at the latest. Probably turn in at about 11. So depending on how fast, he's a pretty quick reader, I'd say. So I think I could probably get through like half the book.
All right, so about halfway through the book, you end up sleeping pretty peacefully. But in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, it does seem to be a bit warm. Warmer than normal. You open,
House on fire.
you open your eyes from feeling that your house might be on fire and from the random smell of smoke. But
My house is on fire.
it's dark. You seem to be in a
Oh.
sack as you try to push and move. Cannot see. Then you hear in a foreign language. Actually, first let me see if you even know the language. You do not.
I definitely do not.
Yeah, so you hear in a foreign language some chattering, and then a knife cuts through the bag, pulls you out, and you're being pulled out. A bunch of small people, for lack of better words. A few goblins.
Took you so long to think of an appropriate word. I'm sorry.
Listen.
Like, they're not like, I can't use dwarf because it's not the right word. That's a whole thing. But it's like
Maybe goblin looking people. They're small,
just
pointy-eared, ugly.
many men.
Yeah. A lot of them got their pitchforks. Not pitchforks, they got their spears. You are definitely not gonna fight your way out of this.
No.
And one of them is gesturing to you to come here. This one has a big old thing on his head. You can assume it might be a crown.
I can assume it is probably the leader. And I think to myself, inferior-minded folk usually boast themselves as bigger in a way to show that they are the leader. So it makes sense to follow what he says for now.
Yeah, because the others, they got their sticks pointed at you.
Yeah, they're not too friendly.
So as they kind of walk you down towards where the leader is standing, you look at the floor. There is a fire in the middle, but there is a circle, a bunch of circles, drawing paintings on the floor around the fire as well. He gestures for you not Jesper's. He takes your hand. You can roll to resist.
I mean, seems pretty foolish to resist. I don't know about you.
All right, it's like he takes your hand,
I mean,
pulls out a blade, and cuts it as he
ah,
holds your hand over the fire. The
definitely
fight.
fucking didn't expect that. How many hit points do I? How many? How much damage do I take? Huh?
I mean, it's not meant to kill, and as a level 0, you got like what, 2 health?
I mean, I'm level 0.
Yeah, yeah. You haven't made a pack with anything yet.
Fair enough.
Put your hand over the fire. As your blood drips through the fire, as you're feeling the intense heat burn your flesh, the fire changes color, turns into a dark green, eventually into a bright blue, very whitish blue, almost pale. The circle starts to glow around you, and the fire does erupt bigger, with enough force to send you and a lot of people back as it just erupts into the air. A massive figure starts to hover over you. A disgusting, ugly figure with a pentagram drawn on his forehead, as it looks like his flesh is like melting. You do speak Infernal, so you do understand this.
Let's go.
I can never have a day to myself with you people. And then he switches languages to speak to to speak to them.
Unga grunga.
They start talking. They start speaking back in their language. They're scared. He's mad. He crushes the leader. They are panicking and running.
Holy shit.
You, as he says it in common, you understand. No.
I speak back in Infernal. I do.
Ah, wise guy. How did they get their hands on you?
They
As he says in Infernal.
they dragged me out of my home. The middle of the night. These cowards.
As he like looks you up and down. These idiots don't know a contract. Don't know how to forge a contract, even if they tried. But you,
A contract.
of course, I get something, you get something.
With the devil?
Are you not fiend yourself? He gestures to your horns. You cannot be so arrogant to think you're better than me.
I'm not the same kind of fiend as you.
Just because you're a born mortal doesn't mean we're not the same. We all lie. We all trick. But there's one thing we all know how to do well. Is find ways around the issues. You seem like a smart guy. What is it that you desire? As like where his eye sockets are just start to glow. What do you desire most in life?
I desire the knowledge of the universe.
Ha! I told you we were the same. I've been studying up. As he like pulls out summons a massive sized book. Reading the notes of the sage
The,
from his
the
travels to different worlds.
sorry, no, you should just said if should have just said the um Wizard King from Black Clover, the Infinity Book.
Infinity book. No, they're just notes of the sage. The sage's notes. He didn't title them. He doesn't title them. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on his books. He's not that creative. Problem is, he hides information. He might start rambling on something, but stop because he doesn't want it out there. I don't like that. I like to share my knowledge.
And you'd be willing to share your knowledge with me.
But what do I get out of sharing my knowledge with you? What do you have to offer me?
I can help you find knowledge in this world.
Hmm.
Whatever you don't know, you can send me to find it.
There is. Okay. There is one thing in this world that makes me curious. I said, like, flips to the page in a book. A sage in his mortal life had a crown. He's enchanted the crown with information. But the problem is there's no location for it. The more knowledge you give me, I'll feed knowledge to you. Knowledge for knowledge. You give me this crown, I'll give you the stars. Everything that's in this crown will be shared between you and me. Sorry, you and I. He speaks grammar. He knows his English.
He English.
He English.
He well educated.
Yes, sir. He's got his education. Graduated with a 5.0.
Nah, 5.1.
Yeah, that doesn't even exist.
He built different. He got 101 on one of his tests.
Yes, sir.
Fixed the teacher's grammar mistake, got an extra point. But I suppose it's foolish to think he'll double cross me.
A contract's a contract. It causes consequences for you and for me. I break it. Things happen to me. You break it. Things will happen to you. I don't care enough to punish you myself, so let's just leave it up to the universe.
The universe punishes me enough. But
so you shouldn't fear this contract at all.
No, in fact, I'm happy about it. You've given me something to do, and I graciously accept.
Well, then let's shake on it. As his like oozing hand melting, as his oozing hand reaches out to you, he seems to have solid claws on there for some odd reason.
Hand's already fucked up enough. I mean, sure.
Yeah. And it's massive. Like the hand can definitely palm you.
Yeah, I mean, fuck it. If he wants to, he can. I'm not gonna be able to stop him.
Yeah. So you take the shake and you start radiating with power. Here to make your travels easier. Nope. I will get back to my studies. I'll check on you every week. Make sure to have something for me. No matter how little. You know what? Fuck it, retcon. I'll check on you every month.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't promise anything every week. I mean, give me at least like two to start figuring it out. But after that, yeah, every month, okay, I can get some work done with that.
But I'll give you a year head start. Is that not fair?
A year handicap is almost too gracious.
Well, there are things out there in this universe that you don't know.
And there's fewer that you don't.
Yeah. I wish I knew what was beyond those stars. In fact, as he flips to one of the pages, like almost like towards the end, there are talks of different worlds. A race of four-armed people, very skinny, tall, bluish in color. A race of muscular human with pointy hair and monkey-like tails.
Ah, I didn't get the first reference. I feel bad.
A race of plants that don't need the sun, that don't need the water, but still with intelligence. And many more. How did he even reach the stars? He, I believe that knowledge is in the crown.
I'm just gonna like just mentally pocket that information.
But I'm sure you won't be the only one looking for it. Worshippers of Zol have been more active recently.
Let's go, Zol!
Have been more active recently. The gods seem to be communicating with their mortals. More and more. So you might have to weasel your way through things. Manipulate, lie, double cross.
If there's anything us fiends are good at, it's that. Hey, up top, down low, too slow.
Well, I really hate this plane. It's too cold. That's why I stay in the upper hells.
You're telling me.
Well, I'll be heading back home, doing my own research. I'll make sure to have something for you the next time I see you.
I'll do my best to have something for you too.
And the flames spiral and from like the very whitish blue to the black to a black as it swarms around him and he oozes it out of existence. Almost like if he just evaporated into the air. Leaves a terrible sulfur like smell. Like, this is oddly strong.
Gross. I uh but I guess I'll turn around and like see what the little people are
Oh,
doing. Like if
when you look around, they're just scattered. Like a bunch, they've dropped their spears. They're gone.
they've just fucked off
Yeah.
entirely. Well, shouldn't be hard to find where my home is. I mean, hopefully I know enough of this area after living here, however many 20s decades, you know.
Yeah, so I would let you roll a d20 with advantage.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go 13.
13. Well, while looking up at the stars, getting to trajectories, and learning how to use them like as some kind of compass, you know exactly where you are. Your cave is a bit north from there, and yeah, it's a bit towards the northeast-ish area.
I head back home and just, I mean, it's the middle of the night, you know, might as well go back home and get ready for the day. You know, I'm already up.
When you get back to your cave, your home is fucked altogether. The door ripped off the hinges. Part of the roof is in. They were not courtesy with it. Your books ripped apart. Your couch ripped apart. Your fire ripped apart. Your dick ripped apart. I'm kidding.
Yo.
Hey. It was not me. It was I ain't do nothing. I'm innocent
Them
in
is
this.
you. Them is you.
Them is me?
Them
Nah.
is you.
Nah.
Some fucked up brain cell in your mind thought of that.
Nah. Could never be me. Because I is him. See?
Mm. So
Not.
anyways.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna like I'm just gonna like slowly just walk to the middle of the room and just plop down, just sit like and just close my eyes and take a few deep breaths.
All right. So you start to wake up, feeling
Fuck.
the warm breeze. You know the morning's come. So, what are you gonna do? Like, you can like plan for like the next few days, and we can like montage this. If not more, like maybe a couple months.
Hmm. Well, I'm thinking first things first. This place has been nice, comfortable, enlightening, beautiful. And it's been ripped away from me. And I'll stand up and I'll just get to work. Start packing my shit, packing whatever I need, whatever isn't completely fucked up, whatever I can, you know, carry, whatever I would need, you know, some hopefully whatever food is left over if nothing's completely fucked.
Oh, your food's gone.
Okay, just whatever I can fucking salvage and
Not fucked up. It's just gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
what not, but just whatever junk I can salvage and just start traveling.
All right.
Hopefully, I know what direction the nearest town would be after living here so many decades. um,
All right. I guess you can roll your other d20.
not so subtle. What, just 1d20?
Yeah. It's the middle of the day or early in the day.
A 7?
A 7.
Yikes.
You confidently walk in a direction.
Hmm.
Confidence.
I don't like how you. I don't like how you word that sentence.
Hey man,
In a direction.
you said there. That's where I need to go.
Emphasis on a direction.
Hey, that's just how I talk, G. So you start walking in that direction. Several hours go by, but you do eventually find yourself a town. The day is almost over at this point, though.
I mean, I'm walking. Could have been worse.
Yeah, there seems to be a small town. This town seems to be vacant, though. As you're walking through it, there doesn't look like anybody is there.
Anybody at all?
Anybody at all.
A ghost town.
Yeah, it doesn't look like the place was damaged. It seems like it was kept well. So you don't understand.
People just vanished.
Yeah.
Something's not right here. Something's up. Well, I mean, I guess there's no one to complain if I, take their shit. I mean, am I right or am I right?
You are right.
I mean, that's all I'm gonna say.
You
I'm a practical guy, I mean,
Hey, you're as right as you can be.
if no one knows, if there's no one to know.
That's genius. IQ a mill. Beautiful. Kiss. Chef's kiss. Alright, so you start looking for their fruits. I'm assuming their food, their veggies, their meats. Nothing that's bad.
Meat. Yeah.
Nothing that's gone bad.
Non-perishables and
This is the Middle Ages. This is an
what okay, whatever are not going to perish
soon.
Quickly. Maybe if I can find some salt, or like if they have enough salt and they have some meats, I can try and dry some meats overnight while I rest. So hopefully dehydrate it and store it for later.
Well, you can.
I'm so smart.
Oh yeah, genius level intellect. Well, roll a d20. Let's see if you see shit.
All right, let's see what I see. Wait, you don't want me to roll a perception?
Not yet.
I mean,
yeah, you'll get there.
15. Screw you.
15. All right. Yeah. So after breaking into a few places, which doesn't really need much breaking into because the doors are open.
Yeah. Honey, I'm home.
Yeah, type shit. You do end up finding plenty of food. You see some apples, bananas, and some dried food as well, like jerkies. Yeah, you even find yourself into like a butcher's market.
Butcher's market, you say?
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna find the nicest, meatiest looking cleaver there. It is mine.
And you do that. His starting weapon, a cleaver.
I mean, it's not appropriate, but I mean, you set the scenery. I pick up the shit.
Oh, 100%. When you pick up the cleaver, you start. What are you doing with the cleaver anyway? Like immediately.
I mean, immediately I'm gonna pick it up and look it over, see if it has, how much wear it has. Maybe run my finger, against across the blade to test the sharpness. Just check and see if it's usable as a weapon, not dulled, not blunt, not too fucked up.
It doesn't seem to be blunt in any way.
Sharp enough.
No, sharp enough. No.
Yeah, I mean, worst comes to worst, it's a big hunk of metal. Can't be too bad for a smacking tool.
Yeah. Yeah, so nothing too interesting, like, kind of happens while you're there. I'm not sure what your next move will be, like to get some sleep or to eat or whatever it might be.
I mean, I'm definitely probably like, this'll probably go bad soon. Nom nom nom. And, just eating as I go.
All right, bet.
Since I'm looting the food, I don't need to stop and eat, so I'll probably just maybe check a couple other houses for any other, useful items. Maybe a weapon or two. Or maybe not. I don't know. I got cleaver. Just anything interesting. Maybe a nice, comfortable bed. Then maybe, preferably a second-story bed, as it will be more easily defendable at night if I get jacked.
Second story bed, as in like
Yeah.
top half bunk bed.
Yeah, no, like a house that has a second story that is a bed.
Oh yeah, there's not really any of those. A lot of them just seem to be cabins. Like architecturally, it's not that crazy.
Yeah. All right, then I'll look for, I don't know, just a house that looks, good, comfortable bed. Whatever. I'll probably be fine. It's a ghost town.
All right, so you do hop on your bed and roll a perception.
Let's go. Fuck. 6.
6. Well, while you lay on your bed, nothing seems crazy. The bed seems a bit comfy. Real comfy.
Too comfy.
Yeah. You start to dot off, roll your eyes back, get your Z's. And just before you fully fall asleep, you get a big ol' crunch as the bed the bed snaps closed, and you are currently inside of it with a tongue poking at you, and it's actively trying to chew you.
I become scared shitless, and Eldritch Blast it by accident.
Oh, okay.
Unless that's not allowed.
Oh, you definitely can. Because you're inside of it, I'm not gonna make you roll for it. Just roll your damage.
I mean, if I miss an Eldritch Blast when I'm inside of it, that is kind of fucked. I got a 3 for damage though.
All right. So you blast through its top, and you end up killing it. Then you see, then like as you climb out, you see the bed's a mimic.
What the? Okay, what the fuck was that? And what? A town of mimics? Is the whole town a mimic? Is the food mimics? Did I eat mimics? Uh-oh. How deep does it go?
Hello? As somebody says. Anybody there? I heard screaming. Sounded like a little girl.
Okay, well. This place was a ghost town this place was a ghost town just a few hours ago. Oh, I know he's not a mimic too. I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna stay quiet.
Oh, well, I guess the mimics got him. And then, like, you can hear the footsteps, like, leaving. I ain't going in there.
Alright, then I'm gonna carefully try and, like, be sneaky. So I'm just gonna prep up a stealth roll really quick.
Yeah.
and try and like, you know, open the door and get outside and like see where he's going, because like if he's actually a real person and he knows about the mimics, then I want to know where he's going just to know.
All right, bet. Roll yourself.
Because D&D Beyond loves me, it rolled off of 20 onto a 2. So
Because
kick
D&D
sick.
Beyond loves me. I love.
Yes, D&D. I love it just rolling right into the wall and stopping. My favorite.
Oh yeah, 100%. Okay, so D&D Beyond has spoken, and what that roll? You start to do your thing. You think you are very sneaky, but you think you're amazingly sneaky.
Pans clattering, fucking.
Yeah, you can see a huge figure, about 7 foot tall, cloaked up, and like birds clothes, or bear cloak, walking over to a sled being pushed by polar bears. Two polar
Terrifying.
bears.
Absolutely terrifying, but alright.
As he like steps on the sleigh. You know, if you're gonna be sneaky, you might not want to slam the door so hard.
Fuck it, the jig is up. I'm just gonna I mean, he already knows I'm here, so I'm gonna make myself known, you know. I thought you would be a mimic too.
A mimic that can talk. That'd be the day.
Seen crazier.
Really? Yeah, I guess a foul blood like you would have seen more. Well, heading to my camp. Several of my folks feel like tagging along. It's a lot safer than here. He's
No
like a
kidding.
huge beard. Like now that you're really seeing him, he has like a huge beard and a baldly shaven head. Tattoos galore.
No kidding. I appreciate the offer.
Come, as he just is like sit like on like I guess a storage part of his sleigh.
It's just like, damn, isolation for so long, and my first experience with people are little people speaking some kind of language at me, summoning a demon, and now this dude just says come. Like,
Boy, no, let me stop.
boy, that's kind of the vibes I'm getting. Why not? Screw it, and I just go along. I climb aboard.
Mush! I was like, the polar bears take off. So you're not from around here, are you? Many locals know to stay away from this sound.
No, I've lived in the mountains for the past however many decades.
With the Yetis.
Never seen a Yeti in my life.
Really? I've killed one.
I almost can't believe you.
I even brought its head back to prove it.
That's it's quite the trophy.
Of course. When you've been adventuring as long as I have, see the world. I've gone south to the central continent. I saw where Asteria once stood. I got to see the nation the gods have built. Too bad too bad if by the hands of their own people they've lost it.
I'm staying silent. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so
I assume he's gonna keep talking.
no, like, so he does just keep telling stories of random things that he's saying.
I mean, shit. Knowledge is knowledge.
Yeah, of random thing that he's seeing. I saw a reptilian creature, size of a hippopotamus, with the face of the gator.
I'm fucking like, I got my notebook out. I'm writing this shit down. I'm like, damn, this shit is good.
I saw a mage summon an unknown creature into this plane. I couldn't tell if it was fiend or celestial. It seemed like an amalgamation of both. The thing damn near took my left eye. Made it disappear when I ripped her head off. But my greatest discovery was in the Western continent. There was when I ran into some boy with an unusually magical blade.
Fucking ears like literally perk and like my brow furrows. Okay, hold on. This is good.
With one swing of it, he didn't really seem to be able to control the power it had, but with one swing of it, whatever he hit seemed to have slowed down. It didn't matter how fast or how capable, if he was able to touch it, its effects were slowed.
Hmm.
Smart young man.
Kind of like everything else I've already been like thinking in the back of my head of like, you know, like, oh wow, that's like, but like I've just been thinking about it in more detail as he's been talking about it. But like this, I'm like whispering to myself a little bit like, is it like some, would it be some form of time magic or
That's the thing. Wait, did you say that out loud?
I mean, I'm kind of like whispering it to myself. I'm like just lost in thought, talking to myself.
And the problem is, with that sword, is that I believe, if I remember correctly, there's only been 2 people in our world's history that can come anywhere near it. That kind of power. A sage, and the father of the first king of Asteria. So that sword had to be a relic from that era. I don't know how a child got his hands on it, but he seemed to be abnormally wise, intelligent, but showboaty, arrogant, adventurous. He didn't care what kind of danger was thrown at him. Oh, he even gave me this. As he like pulls out like a pendant. Not a pendant, it's more like a gem, like on his necklace. Because of this, I have never been hurt afterwards.
Never been hurt. How?
My skin has become like iron. For as long as I charge it, for as long as I take it to a mage to get charged with magic every year, I am invincible.
Invincible, but not immortal.
Of course not. Immortality is a sin against the gods.
Think in the back of my head, good thing I'm not worshiping a god. But
But the kid, it wasn't that long ago that I saw him. Of course, last I heard, he hasn't been seen. But I don't think he's stupid enough to get himself killed.
You never know with kids these days.
He's grown up a bit since he gave me this. He's taller. I wouldn't say he's wiser. But he's definitely showing his age. Probably about 20 years old.
Still might as well be a child. His brain hasn't even fully developed yet.
But you won't believe what he's told me. An island far south of the eastern continent. A group of islands. A safe haven for fiends and other forms of monsters. And he even claims that the ancient titans currently live there. So what about you? Where are you going? What are your plans?
My plans? To be honest, I'm not sure what my plans are. I guess easiest way to put it is my plans are to find out about as much of the sage's life as I can.
Oh, it's a good thing you found me. I say head west. The western continent. Find that boy. Whether he knows something or not isn't what the concern. If that sword is connected to him like I and many others believe, that could be your first step.
Well, perchance, you wouldn't happen to know anything about a crown of the sages.
Sage's crown. As he ponders and thinks about it. I've heard of it. One of 4 legendary relics of that time period.
Noted. 4 cool things from the past. Got it.
Sage's crown. Zol's sword. Lola's notebook.
Lola's notebook. Underline.
And finally, the gem of Calderel.
Big circle. just making my notebook just yeah. His old sword, okay, pretty cool. Lola's notebook, important.
All 4 of those things have been lost to time. Or at least that's what I believe. I haven't heard of anybody in my travels that's held any of it or wielded it in any way, shape, or form.
But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, right?
No. It was only about 200 years ago that Zola's sword went missing and joined the others and not being seen. And I'm 112. So imagine that. I've just missed it a whole generation late.
And that's the youngest of the missing?
Yes.
How many thousands of years have the other been missing? Where would I even start?
Who knows? There's been talk about secret societies, ancient, around the world, like the Alamanama.
That's a good one.
The Alamanamas. I don't really know what they're known for, but supposedly they run the world's governments.
They're known for something, that's for sure.
And those snobby sun elves all think they're all high and mighty because they have the blessing of primordials. For all I know, they might be in some political scheme as well. But have you heard of the rumors of the moon elves?
Moon elves.
Us, another race of elves created by primordials.
What does that make? 17 now?
Yes, the hell elves, moon elves, sun elves, Gaia elves. Is he like, he's like really thinking?
He's like, actually, how many are there?
Oh,
He's like,
I know.
He's like count on his fingers, like 1, 2, 3.
There are high elves, star elves,
Dark elves, wood elves.
dark elves, wood elves. Which the wood elves and the Gaia elves don't make sense because Gaia elves
from a different region.
Because Gaia elves have wood-like skin, and wood elves look like humans. He's having a heart attack.
he's like starting to fucking like throw up from just like lack.
You know what? I don't need to think about all these elves. I don't need to think about all these elves. But I think you get the point. Oh, and we're here. As you like start to pull up into like a settlement. It doesn't seem like cabins have been built, but there are tents and stuff. There's like a massive fire in the middle. It looks like they've got in a big creature. You don't know exactly what it is. It's been cut up.
A big creature, and I mean a lot of meat. I'll take. I mean, sure.
But you do see a bunch more tall people. Not giants. They're like 6 to 8 foot tall-ish.
Just above average in height.
Mm-hmm. Above your average humanoids. Maybe can box a bear. Some of them got bears. Some of them got not yaks. What's the word? The moose. There we go. Some of them got mooses.
Mooses. Improper grammar. The plural of moose is moose, my friend.
Mice, nigga. Like, damn.
Mice. Not even meese, bro. But no, the plural of moose is moose. I am sorry to burst your bubble.
Nah, I'm gonna fuck it up. Oh. Well, after everything you've heard, anything intrigued you enough to go discover it for yourself?
Everything you said intrigued me to go explore for myself.
Oh, great, great. Love to hear it. I see like pats you in the back. He's really strong. Yeah, you felt that. The wind was knocked out of you. Daddy! As children, or you assume as children, come running towards him, they're about as tall as you.
Haven't their growth spurt yet, have they?
Ah, maybe a couple more years the oldest, as he points to the girl.
That's crazy.
Jacqueline! Jackie! Hello! And then he gives him like a big ass bear hug, and even like the polar bears unhook themselves from the whatchamacallit, the sleigh, and join in this big ass hug.
That's crazy. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, it's even crazier that the bears unhook themselves.
Yeah, like
Yeah, think about that.
how'd they even do that?
One of them
It's like
winks at you.
it's like, huh?
One of them winks at you
Hey
as he
yo,
watches as you watch him unhook himself. He's like,
it's like fucking tying a knot on a bag from the inside.
yeah. Arrgh.
They don't have thumbs. They don't have thumbs. How'd they do that?
Oh, feel free to take a seat anywhere by the fire. It's big enough for all of us.
Thank you.
Sleep anywhere you'd like. Just remember, don't do anything slimy. I can pop your head with my pinky. He says that with a smile.
That really reminds me of ah, that one character from Ratatouille. I killed the man with this thumb.
The bald one?
No, the one I forget which one. I don't think he's bald, but he definitely has like a weird looking head. I think it's like shaved almost.
Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He just has like like a montage of like different stories. Like he took down an entire bank with a ballpoint pen. I don't know.
That's hilarious. That's fucking hilarious.
But I wouldn't dream of it after all the hospitality you've shown me, sir.
The back of his mind, man, fuck these guys.
Nah, they're being nice, man. They're cool.
And like these people do seem to be settling down for the night.
Same.
And as you wake up the next morning, actually, fuck that. You start to go through a montage. Where are you heading?
Where am I heading?
Yeah. Throw a dart at the board. Or
Alright,
unless you
okay.
unless you have something in mind.
Well, alright. So he said, let me test my memory because I actually didn't write anything you said down because I'm not a nerd.
Damn, man.
He said kid with the sword was in the west.
The Western continent, yes.
Yeah, so that seems like the best bet. I mean, he did say that that's where he would go. He said, I mean, that was really the big thing, you know, the main obvious plot point that the DM is directing me to go towards for the plot, you know.
Hey, you can always head towards his island, the island he says he's from. Like, you
Yeah.
can go anywhere else.
I mean, I could just derail your whole plot.
Yeah, you can decide to go east and end up in this world's equivalent of Japan. Like,
That actually be kind of cool. Or I could explore the islands and oh wait, no, yeah, I can explore the islands for the safe haven for fucking fiends and monsters and fucking meet nest egg.
if it exists.
If it exists, it exists.
Hey, he says that's what the kid said. So he's never even seen it himself.
But I mean, I do have a contractual obligation, so I got places I can go, but I know where I gotta go. I'm going west.
All right, perfect. So a little montage.
Good.
So a little montage. You get pointed in directions that might lead you a bit towards the south. That will take you to a port city, or like the world's biggest, or not the world's biggest, but the biggest, closest port city to where somebody.
The biggest port city of the continent.
Yeah, to where somebody might be head, where you would the bigger chances of somebody who's heading west would be at.
Yeah.
And it's not a bit south; it's very south. You're pushing the southern continent. But instead of traveling on foot for years to come, you do end up picking up some rides. Like you've proven that you can be a bit useful with your magic. So you come across a group of nomads you come across a group of nomads of like kind of like elvish nomads
Hmm.
who's taken a liking to you. And
Understandable.
after you've eldritch blasted a fucking giant bird, they've decided to bring you south on their airship.
Talk about a fast travel. And I'm guessing that like while I'm on the airship, or I'm not guessing, while I'm on the airship, I'm definitely like studying everything about it. Like, wow. Now imagine this.
Oh yeah, the
But
engine,
but
like through the airship's like mechanics and stuff, like mechanical stuff. It doesn't seem to be much mechanical. It's very magical circles, like a series of magical circles that that work together like wires.
hmm,
Like you'll put one circle here,
using
one circle there, one circle there, and then draw a bigger circle around it to like group them together type
connect
shit.
them.
Yeah, type stuff.
They're using magic to power it. Now imagine this on a bigger scale. You could reach the stars. Hmm.
Yeah, and it's very well being powered by their resident sorcerers who tend to be like, I guess they're like these people's like high class of
Yeah.
people. Like sorcerers are just well known, are just like widely needed for as power sources, and wizards and artisans would be used for the engineerings and mechanics of the magic.
Yeah. Because the sorcerer is the battery.
Yeah, sorcerers are the batteries, the brains are the wizards, and
Artificers.
yeah, and they're like the mechanics and shit. Or think of the wizards as the scientists and the mechanics as the artificers. There we go. That's what I
There you
was
go.
looking for. Yeah, those are the words. I accidentally rolled something for you by clicking around the screen. Ignore that.
What'd I get? A 7.
Yeah, ignore that. You don't gotta look at that because that's not even needed for you.
Alright.
And you do get yourself down to to the south continent, a big port city. Like right behind the port city is a massive dune, and this is the first time you have seen the ocean. The city is partly built on land and partly built in the ocean, above the ocean, through like a series of bridges.
The the marvel of engineering here is staggering.
As you
And
step as you step foot into the city, you're quickly approached by a raggedy man limping, probably with a walking stick. Hey, where'd you are you with them on that flying ship?
you must be seeing things. A flying ship? That is absolutely insane. Otherworldly.
What? Wow, this just landed. Everybody's talking about it.
Whatever do you mean?
What?
Just
Roll
gaslight.
deception. Roll deception.
It's a good thing I
Put all your
forgot to.
points.
No, it's a good thing I forgot to have proficiency in deception. That's a-okay. 19. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
You say girl boss is crazy.
Whatever do you mean? What airship? I don't know what you're talking about.
What? He's like starting to pull his hair.
Maybe you should see a doctor, my friend.
I don't need another doctor.
Another? That's crazy. I just kind of walk past him towards the port.
Yeah. People are trying to get your attention. Oh, we've got the best seafood on the block.
I need to head west.
Dragon turtle. We're the only people that sell him.
That's okay. I'm broke. You see, I don't gotta worry about wanting to buy shit because I don't have money to spend. I don't know why I have 55 gold, but
that's for like the time skip when you for session 1.
Oh yeah. Once we eventually get there.
Yeah. Like all of your equipment's part of that time skip.
Yeah, I get you. But yeah, I'm broke, so I mean, I don't have anything. I don't have any incentive to buy anything. Because I don't have anything to buy with.
All right, so since you're just ignoring everybody, I assume you're going straight for the docks.
Yeah.
Several ships, massive ships, smaller ships, a bit medium-sized ships. You see some ships with cannons and guns attached to them. You see people with like, because I'm shit at describing shit, rifles and muskets and handguns.
Flintlock style weaponry.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Man, if only I
Flintlock wood. Hey, you can always host a session. I would love to be a player once in a while.
I can never DM though.
You can never DM is crazy.
I could never DM, but I'm heading towards the docks.
All right, so several people, most do look sketchy.
Well, yeah.
As a tall bottom half snake, top half woman, bra out, cropped jacket, tatted with a pirate's hat, approaches you. Hello there, fella. You don't happen to be looking for a captain, do you?
You can be my captain if you know what I'm saying. No. Serious. Like, I mean, awooga, but
she's not like crazy looking. Like Yuan-Ti, I would say probably like a 40s ish, 50s maybe.
But you're playing into the tomboy pirate aesthetic, and
yeah,
you do not underestimate the thirst for that archetype of female.
You know what? I do underestimate.
You heavily underestimate the thirst for that.
All right. Comment section will be sure to let me know if it ever exists.
But I don't suppose you would happen to be heading west at all in the near future.
Oh, perfect. A little girl just gathered on the ship hoping to head west. But
then,
what do I get for taking you west?
How
much gold do you have? If not, how much labor are you willing to do while on the ship?
Unfortunately, I'm flat broke. I'm not particularly the strongest lad, but I'm willing to work my wage.
Perfect. Shall be 3 months across the sea. We'll make a few stops. You will be on the crew if you want to head there.
Hold on. Plot hole. Why didn't I just ask my air nomad buddies to give me a ride on a fucking airship?
The airship doesn't cross through the seas.
Why do I need to cross through the seas if I'm in the air?
From north. From north. Where the eastern where the western continent is across the ocean.
Yeah.
and they don't travel across the ocean, even through the
Okay.
air. Like you can't like waters like it's not just the waters that's rough, it's also the airs that's rough as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so very few kinds of ships, sea and air, are meant to go across.
I get you.
So they tend to stay in the three center continents: central continent, north and south. Like if you ask them, that would be the reason.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, oh, Captain, my Captain.
Oh, climb aboard. She like reaches out to shake your hand, or not shake
No,
your hand, but help you up.
I mean, I will clasp her hand and accept the help up. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been on a ship before.
And thus begins our One Piece adventure. I'm kidding. It's gonna be a time skip.
Yay.
It's gonna be a time skip. It's not gonna be a One Piece adventure. What do I look like? Critical Role, 700 episodes a season. Come on, 5 hour sessions. With my ADHD, ain't nobody got that kind of time.
Hell, I mean, playing D&D is their job, bro.
Even if it's my job, with my ADHD, ain't nobody got that kind of time. But that is going to be the conclusion of this session. That
All right.
that is exactly how you get yourself across the continents. Well, if you guys are watching this on the U of Tubes, be sure to check out my Twitch and Spotify. Podcast form is on Spotify, so you guys really don't have to have the video up. And I even have a Spotify exclusive series, 5-part series of a Percy Jackson style D&D called Life of a Demi Mortal. That has just concluded, and like I guess season 2 will be coming in, let's say a few months,
Soon.
couple months. Yeah.
Soon.
Or
Yeah, sometime.
yeah, and sometime it's not gonna be
What?
forgotten or abandoned.
No, I will murder him if we abandon that. I am
Yes.
already in love with this character.
Yeah, especially with the cliffhanger. With that
We
cliffhanger I
gotta
left
keep
on
it
you guys.
going.
Yeah, I gotta keep it going. And if you guys are watching this on any of the other two, yeah, I've got a YouTube. There's gonna be some like YouTube exclusive stuff going on there too, including a Destiny 2 D&D style game, which shall be going. We don't really have a date yet, but it will be a once a month series, and
We're figuring it out.
yeah, we're figuring it out. It'll be a once a month.
Complex.
It'll be a once a month series that we'll be doing to like kind of like add some spice to it, but don't expect it within this or next month. Just want to like get a few sessions of this out the way before starting on that, because this game would be our main game. It will be our trademark game, if anything.
This is our game.
Yeah, this is our game. Well, I can't wait to see you guys on Monday for session 1 officially.
Session 1. After all these months.